Hey there, and welcome back to my channel, Weirdly OCD. If you've been watching my channel for quite some time now, or you have come across the video, you know that a year ago, well, it's probably been close to a year now, I reorganized our cabinets in our kitchen. Unfortunately, we do not have a pantry in our kitchen, so we're just kind of stuck with using part of our cabinets as our food storage. And you know that I went to Dollar Tree and got some bins and organized and categorized things. But I kind of wanted to dive a little bit deeper into food organization and why I did it, and maybe give you some tips as to why maybe you should consider it as well. Alright, so first let me give you the backstory. Before I had reorganized our kitchen cabinets, we were just kind of putting stuff in here. We were trying to keep same things together, but it was just really hard, especially since these shelves unfortunately don't move. I wish they did, because they're definitely not tall enough to put a box of cereal, which really stinks. We have to keep the cereal down in a cabinet down here by the stove. It is what it is. But I was just really trying to come up with a way where I could categorize things. Things weren't just laying on the shelf. And I know this is going to probably sound dumb to a lot of people, but I wanted our cabinets, the inside, to be kind of visually appealing. My channel is called Weirdly OCD, so I'm even OCD about how the inside of my cabinets look. And plus, I want them to be organized. I want it to be easy and functional to find things. So I'm going to show you a couple things as to what I did. And if you want to go look at that pantry video also, to kind of see beginning to end, because I do actually show you the process of putting it together, and the before, what it looked like before I did all this, you can certainly go watch that. I will also link it in the description below. Okay, here's an example of one of the many totes that I have in our cabinets. What I did is, these are just actually dish tubs from the Dollar Tree, and I picked up several of them because I wanted to categorize our food. That way things just weren't laying all over the shelves, they were contained, things weren't hitting each other and falling over. Plus, to me, this just looks visually more appealing. Now the labels, they did come from Hobby Lobby. They were a touch, at least to me, on the expensive side. I think it was like $4 a pack, and I needed a couple different packs because, of course, as you know, only so many of each letter come in a pack. But anyway, this is one of the totes that we did. It's a snack tote. I actually have a couple of these, but it's basically straightforward. This is a tote with snacks in it. Now, normally what I would have done is, you can see these are all like little snack cakes. These are all little Debbie's here. And normally what I would have done is put the box in here. But I decided to take them out of the box and kind of put them in like a file kind of way, just so you can see everything that there is instead of stacking it on top of each other. That way you're not having to dig through. So if you want a honey bun, you just pull one out and you're good to go. Now, I have seen a few people do this where they take like they have snack totes for their children or something like that, and they take the snacks out of the boxes and just put them in there like this, so it's easy for their kids to just grab what they want and go. I pretty much did the same concept, except I noticed a lot of people who have done that in videos, at least the ones that I have seen, have literally just dumped the snacks in there, whereas I like this. I like how it is like standing up. I'm able to see exactly everything that we have, and it's just, like I said, really easy to access what you want, grab it, go. You don't have to fiddle with the box, you don't have to remember to close it, things like that. Here is another box that we have that I have marked boxed foods, and this is kind of like dinner type things. So we've got like a box of rice, macaroni, stroganoff, stuffing, things like that. Things for dinners. And that way it's just really easy to get to. You can just pull this down, get what you want. And like I said, it just keeps everything categorized, neat, tidy. There isn't things falling all over the shelf. Plus, I like how the white bins look on the white shelves themselves. I think it looks very crisp. I think it looks very clean. Speaking of categorizing items, this is also something else I did during that reorganization of the cabinets, and that was getting all the spices together. Now, I don't cook in our house. Tony does all the cooking. I will bake from time to time, but he does all the major meal prepping and cooking. But anyone would know, even if you don't cook, that all your spices should be together, and it would make sense the most to have them, of course, right above the stove, which I did. And this here is a little kind of Dollar Tree hack. I've seen other people do it on YouTube. I got the idea from Alejandra Costello. If you haven't checked her out, you can go check her out. Unfortunately, she hasn't uploaded a video in well over a year. I'm not sure why. I know she does have her own professional organization business, and she's probably busy with that, but she does not upload nearly as much as she used to. But anyway, that's besides the point. I got off track there. But anyway, I got this Lazy Susan idea from her. And basically all it is literally 2 metal pie pans from the Dollar Tree and a little baggie of their marbles. And you just put the marbles in the one pie pan. You sit the other on top. And you have your own homemade $3 Lazy Susan. And you don't have to use this just for spices. You can use it for condiments like ketchup and honey, things like I have back there. I just didn't want to put big bottles like this on something like this because I feel like if you were to turn it too fast, they would tip over and you'd have a mess. Not to mention, again, these cabinets, these shelves, like I said, don't move. So a lot of this stuff I really can't stand up. Like this ketchup bottle, see, it hits the top. So that's why it's laying down. So that's why I decided against doing that kind of stuff for this and just left it to the smaller spice bottles. Yes, that's bugging me. And then something else I was a little kind of worried about organizing, only because it's kind of just an odd shaped item that was canned goods. And because I've seen the little shelves online where you can put them like this and they kind of roll forward as you take them out from the front. However, one, honestly, they were kind of expensive, at least for my taste. They were like $15, $20 each. And in all honesty, we really don't buy a whole lot of canned goods, and I didn't feel it was justified to spend that much money on something to keep this organized when we really don't use a lot of it. So I found these 2 shelves here at Lowe's in like their organization kitchen area. I forget exactly how much I paid for them. As I said, I did this like about a year ago. I want to say these were honestly maybe $4 each, $4 or $5 each, but they are literally just tiered shelves that the cans can go on. That way you can not only keep all your canned goods together, but I like that each shelf is a little higher so you can see what exactly is in the back. That way you're not having to move cans around and, you know, go all the way in the back and wonder what you got and what you don't have, things like that. I can just easily scan this real quick, especially when making a grocery list, and know exactly what we need, what we already have, and so we're not buying something we already have. Now, I did want to mention something that I did during that reorganization that I actually stopped doing, and that was this. I bought glass jars like this. I bought, I think, 4 or 5 of them, and I had them down here originally on this shelf where the cans were. And I had like tea bags, sugar, flour, things like that in them to keep it organized. However, I got rid of that particular system because personally I just like having like the creamer and the sugar and things on the counter, easily accessible, just because it's something I use every single day. I make coffee every single morning, unless I'm like running late or I just don't have the time. But I like the look of this. I really, really do. It looked visually appealing. It looked very organized, but unfortunately, after a little while, I just didn't find it very functional. So, I mean, that could maybe be something that does work for you, which if it does, that's great. As I said, it looks very, very nice. It just didn't function very well for me. So that's a system that I did actually get rid of. Now, I will admit that I have been on Amazon quite a bit lately looking at different organization pieces and storage for food, not necessarily for my cabinets, but for a refrigerator. Right now, I mean, it is pretty organized, but we just put everything on the shelves. And I know there are a bunch of different fridge organizers from like Rubbermaid and Frigidaire that you can buy. But again, those tend to be a bit on the pricey side, like up to $8 or $10 for just one piece. So I don't know if I'm going to do that for a refrigerator or not. Like I said, it stays pretty organized with just the way that I have things arranged on the shelves and in the door. However, I do plan on doing a fridge like clean out and organization video here somewhat soon. So I will definitely keep you updated, and of course you will see in that video if I decide to do anything even remotely to that. I'm sure there are cheaper alternatives out there, like I did with the Dollar Tree totes that I labeled, but we'll come across that when I do that project. So I hope this video kind of gave you some ideas if you're looking to reorganize your food storage cabinets. Again, we don't have a pantry, so this was kind of something I wanted to do pretty much from when we bought our house. And I didn't realize until after we bought it that the shelves in the cabinets did not move, and it stinks, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a simple thing. It's not a huge deal, and it's something I can't change unless I completely, you know, redo the cabinets, which that's a project way down the road. But hopefully this has inspired you to organize your pantry or your cabinets, food storage, things like that. If that's something that you're looking to do, as I said, there are tons and tons and tons of different pantry and food organization videos out there that have a ton of different great and practical and affordable ideas. But with that, that is today's video. I will have a new video out Wednesday, which will be a new episode of my series called Exploring YouTube, where I shine light on a channel that is very inspiring to me and fun to watch, and that I like to share with all of you. So hopefully you will look forward to that on Wednesday. But with that, that is today's video. Thank you very, very much for watching. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, my handle is @WeirdlyOCD. I've kind of been slacking on there the past maybe week, but I do plan on getting back on top of that to update you guys on things. So if you want to follow me on there, please go ahead. And I will see you in the next video on Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.